Hello class, welcome to Pre-Algebra Lesson 6-7, which is all about similar figures. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to find missing measures of similar figures. So let's look at a little bit of vocab. Similar figures are objects that have the same shape, but are not necessarily the same size. And then corresponding parts are angles or sides of those similar figures that are in the same spot. So if we look at these two shapes, you can see they're the same shape, but they're different size, right? So if I looked at angle A, this angle right here, angle A lines up with angle E. They're in the same spot on different figures. Corresponding angles are always congruent. So congruent means that they're equal to each other. And what you do is you draw a little squiggle over an equal sign to represent the word congruent. Then if I were to look, angle B lines up with angle F, so I would say angle B is congruent. They're the same angle as angle F. Angle C is the same as G, so I'd say angle C is congruent to angle G, and then angle D is congruent to angle H. Okay, so now I've compared all of the angles. Let's look at side lengths. AB is the same as EF. So AB and then EF. And then if I were to look BC and FG, BC, FG, and then CD lines up with GH, and then DA lines up with HE. Okay, so those are my corresponding parts of those two figures. The angles equal each other, and then the corresponding sizes, they don't equal each other because they're different sizes, okay? So if two figures are similar, the corresponding angles are congruent, that's what we just talked about, then the corresponding sides are proportional. That's what we've been talking about all of chapter 6. Okay? So if we were to label the corresponding sides and congruent angles, corresponding sides would be AB is, you can use this symbol, that means similar to DE, and you could say BC is similar to EF, and then CA is similar to FD. So I said AB is similar to DE, and then I said BC is similar to EF, and then CA is similar to DF. Then the corresponding angles, angle A is congruent to angle D, angle B is congruent to angle E, and then angle C is congruent to angle F. Okay, so if you have questions about that, please be sure to reach out for some help. I'm happy to help you. Now let's practice doing calculations with this. If we know that the figures below are similar, we want to find the missing value. So I know that the long side of this rectangle is 5, the long side of this rectangle is 30, then we have the short side is B, and the short side is 24. So what you can say is I have 5 over B, that's all in the same rectangle, equals, and then what number lines up with 5? That would be the 30, and then B lines up with the 24. So you can put your same shape can be on top of each other, and then same position, the corresponding parts are side by side, okay? So then you just solve it like what we practiced yesterday. You can cross multiply and divide. So I'm going to say 5 times 24 is 120 equals 30 times B. So then I just divide by 30. 120 divided by 30 is 4. So I know that B equals 4 centimeters. And then I am done with this problem. Okay, let's look at this next one. The figures below are similar. Find the missing value. So I have the long side is 10, the shortest side is 4, and then the longer side, the the middle side is like 7. So I have the kind of longer side. And if you're unsure of which side you're looking at, let's compare. Look, this angle has 2 markings. This angle has 2 markings. This one has 3. This one has 3. So that means these 2 sides correspond to each other. Okay, so I can say, remember, I'm going to put my corresponding parts horizontal next to each other. And then A is between the 1 angle mark and the 2 angle mark. So that would be my 4, and that's on the same triangle as the 7. And then, sorry, I shouldn't use X, I should use A. So then I'm going to say 4 times 14 and divide that by 7, and I get 8. So A equals 8 centimeters. And then I am done with that problem. All right, last example for today, a rectangular blue tile. I'm going to just change my pen. It looks like I don't have blue. That's fun. Maybe this one? Okay, rectangular blue tile. Oops. Rectangular blue tile. Not very good at drawing a rectangle using my little tablet at home, but the length is 4.25 and the width is 6.75. That's weird. Normally the length is longer than the width. I think I typed that backwards. My apologies. Anyways, moving on. We have a rectangle, and these are our sides, okay? Then I have a red rectangle that has a length of 12.75, and we want to know what the width is. Okay, so I'm going to set up my proportion. I'm going to say 4.25 over 6.75 equals, and then W is the same, it's corresponding to 4.25, and then it's on the same triangle as the 12.75. So then I solve it just the same. I say 4.25 times 12.75. That gives me 54.1875. I'm going to divide that by 6.75. I'm left with W equals 8.03 inches. Okay, I rounded to 2 decimal places because that's what the example did. So if you have questions at all concerning anything in this video, please be sure to reach out for some help. I am happy to help you. Otherwise, have a great day.